Hello friends, I am Balaji Rao. Welcome to the Masters PU College. In last class, we completed up to question number 7 in exercise number 1.2. I hope you understand all those 7 questions till now what we did. In this class, we are going to do another 2 problems, question number 8 and question number 9. In these two problems also, we are going to check one function onto function. But compared to previously what we have done, what 7 questions we done, compared to those 7 questions, these 2 questions are little different. But we are going to check one function and onto function only here. You observe this question number 8, what they are saying. Let A and B be 2 sets. They given A and B are 2 sets. Show that F from A cross B to B cross A. You know what is A cross B. A cross B is Cartesian product of sets A and B. Okay, F is from A cross B to B cross A such that the function is defined like this. F of order pair A comma B, F of A comma B is defined as B comma A is a bijective function. We need to show that this function is a bijective function. First, we will try to understand what is the given information. They given that it is a function from A cross B to B cross A. They are saying that F is a function from A cross B to B cross A. And how the function is defined? The function is defined like this. F of A comma B equal to B comma A. Here I need to tell few things. A cross B contains order pairs, right? B cross A also contain order pairs. Actually, till now whatever the problems we did, in all the problems you can check that they given f of x equal to x square plus 1, f of x equal to x square, like that they given. Here instead of f of x, they written f of order pair A comma B. How it is defined? It is defined as B comma A. Function is from A cross B to B cross A and the function is defined like this. Now we need to check the function is one function onto function. Both we need to check. If the given function is one function and onto function, then we say the given function is onto function. First we will check one function. Generally, till now whatever the problems we did, in all those problems how we checked one function? First we considered f of x1 equal to f of x2 and we simplified. If we got x1 equal to x2, then we say the function is one function. Otherwise we say not one or else we'll give one counter example when the function is not one. Here also I am following the same method, but it looks little different. First what we do, we will consider f of x1 equal to f of x2. First we will consider like that, f of x1 equal to f of x2. But here instead of x1 equal to f of x2, in place of x1, first order pair will be there. Order pair A1, see, order pair, first element belongs to this set. Right? A1, B1, A2, B2. I hope you are understanding. I considered 2 elements in A cross B. What are those 2 elements? A1, B1, A2, B2. These 2 elements are I taken from A cross B. Now what I am checking? I am consider that f of A1 comma B1 equal to f of A2 comma B2. I will simplify this. At the end, if I get A1 comma B1 equal to A2 comma B2, then I can say the function is one function. Generally, how we prove the function is one function? First we will take f of x1 equal to f of x2. By simplifying, at the end, if we get x1 equal to x2, then we say the function is one function. Same procedure we are following, but instead of x1, x2, here order pairs will be there. That's why I considered f of a1 comma b1 equal to f of a2 comma b2. As per the definition, f of a comma b is defined as b comma a. Na? So f of a1 comma b1 will be defined as b1 comma a1. I hope you are understanding. F of a comma b equal to b comma a. This is given in the question. Here f of a1 comma b1 can be written as b1 comma a1. Okay. Look here, f of a2 comma b2, how it is defined? It is defined as b2 comma a2. Now you see here 2 order pairs are equal. 2 order pairs are equal means corresponding x coordinates, corresponding y coordinates will be equal. Right? Corresponding first coordinates b1 equal to b2. Corresponding second coordinates, see here a1 equal to a2. So what happened here? If I take f of a1 comma b1 equal to f of a2 comma b2, I got that b1 equal to b2, a1 equal to a2. Here what I'll do, I'll take a1 comma b1. Here what I got, in place of a1 I can write a2 because I got a1 equal to a2. So in place of a1 I'll write a2. Now in place of b1 I can write b2 because I got that b1 equal to b2. So what happened when I take f of a1 comma b1 equal to f of a2 comma b2, I got a1 comma b1 equal to a2 comma b2. This tells you that the given function is 1 function. Okay, now we will check about onto function. What is onto function definition? For every element in codomain set, there exists at least one preimage in domain set. Here, this function is from A cross B to B cross A. You observe here, I consider one element in codomain. B cross A elements will be of the form B comma A. B cross A elements will be of the form B comma A. So that's why I considered one element in codomain. That element is B comma A. Then there exist or not, I need to check actually. There exist one order pair A comma B in domain set. What is the domain of the given function? Domain of the given function is A cross B. I need to check domain of the given function. There exists A comma B in A cross B or not. However, I suppose there exists A comma B. Now what to do? I need to calculate f of A comma B. If A comma B, I need to calculate f of A comma B. After calculating f of A comma B, if I get B comma A, then I can say the function is onto function. Okay, I need to calculate f of A comma B. But in the question itself, f of A comma B is given. F of A comma B is defined as B comma A. So what happened? F of A comma B is B comma A. Try to understand. I considered one order pair in codomain set B comma A. For that, respectively, I should get one element in domain set. So I am saying that there exists A comma B. Order pair A comma B in A cross B. Now I need to check f of A comma B equal to this element or not. But in the question itself, f of A comma B is given as B comma A. So this, whatever these two lines are there, these two lines tells you that the given function is onto function. So I written that the function is onto function. You see from this one, I can say function is 1, function is onto. So from 1 and 2, we can say that the given function is bisective function. When we say the function is bisective function, when the function is both 1 function and onto function, then we say the given function is bisective function. Now next problem is a little tougher problem. In different books, different pattern will be there, a different pattern of solution will be there. So students may confuse with this problem frequently. They'll confuse with this problem frequently. To avoid all those confusion, I followed an easy method. You check this solution, how it will be. See this question number 9. What is the given question? The question is like this. F is a function from natural numbers to natural number. It is defined as f of n is n plus 1 by 2 when n is odd number. F of n is n by 2 when n is even, for all n belongs to n. The function is defined like this. F of n is n plus 1 by 2, f of n is n by 2 when n is even. State whether the function is bisective. They are asking you to, the given function is bisective or not. First, I'll write the given information. First, what they given? F is a function from natural numbers to natural numbers. That what I written. Okay. Now, f of n equal to n plus 1 by 2 when n is odd. F of n equal to n by 2 when n is even. This is the given information that also I written. Okay. Now, to understand these things clearly, here you see I drawn a diagram. It is not necessary to you to write in the solution, but if you include this, you can understand what is happening exactly. See here what happened, this is the function from natural numbers to natural number, right? Now natural numbers to natural number, because the function is defined from natural numbers to natural number. Here all natural numbers are written 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 like that. These are all natural numbers. Now you come to this 1. 1 is even number or odd number? 1 is odd number. When n is odd, look here, when n is odd, you need to consider this. As you consider n equal to 1, in place of n, if I take 1, which function to choose? As 1 is odd, I need to choose this function, and in this wherever n is there you write 1. 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 by 2 is 1. So 1 is related to 1. If I take 2 here, 2 is even number. When 2 is even number, I need to choose this function, and in this, in place of n, I need to write 2. In place of n, you write 2. 2 by 2 is 1. I hope you are understanding. So 2 is also related to 1. Now you take 3. 3 is odd number. As 3 is odd number, you need to take this function. 3 plus 1, that is 4. 4 by 2 is 2. That's why 3 is related to 2. If I take n is even 4. 4 by 2 is 2. I hope you are understanding. You see here 5. 5 is odd number. So 5 plus 1 by 2, that is 3. It is related to 3. 6. 6 is even number. When it is even number, you should consider 6 by 2. 6 by 2 is 3. Like that, I mapped all these relation as per the given function definition. As they defined like this now. So I written like this. Now I need to check one function. What is one function? Different elements in domain set must have different images in codomain set. If for example you see 1, 2, they are different elements. They have different images. See, image of 1 is 1, image of 2 also 1. So different elements are not having different images. That means it fails the condition of one function. You see what answer I written. One function. I taken 1, 2. Two natural numbers in the domain set. When I calculate f of 1, I am getting 1. When I am calculating f of 2, then also I am getting 1. So different elements 1, 2 have same image. But as per the definition of one function, different elements must have different images. So what we say, this function is not one. I hope you are understanding. This can be said easily by seeing this diagram. What is one function? Different elements in domain set must have different images in codomain set. But here different elements in domain set have same image. Not only 1, 2, you consider 3, 4. 3, 4 are different elements, but they have same image. Because of this reason, we can say the function is not one. Okay, now we will move to onto function. What is onto function? As per the definition of onto function, for every element in codomain set, there exists at least one pre-image in domain set. You see, observe this diagram. Here you take 1. For 1, pre-images are there or not? Yes. How many pre-images are there? 2 pre-images are there. As per the definition, at least one pre-image. One pre-image is okay. More than one also okay. So for 1 pre-image is there? Yes. For 2 pre-images are there? Yes. For 3, 4, 5, 6. For 6 pre-images are there? Of course, we will get. I have not written here as natural number is infinite set. 11. You take 11. 11 is odd number. Na? 11 plus 1 by 2. For the 6, what are the pre-images? 11, 12. For 7, 13, 14. Like that, for every element in codomain set, there exists a pre-image. Simply you can write like this. From the figure, we can easily understand that for every element in codomain set, there exists at least one pre-image in domain set. Therefore, the function is onto function. Like that, you can write simply. Or else, you write the definition like this. For every y belongs to n, there exists at least one pre-image x belongs to n such that f of x equal to y. This is nothing but the definition of onto function, but here I used n because domain is natural number, codomain is natural number. This is codomain n, this is domain n. So therefore f is onto. Instead of this, you can write like this also. From the figure, we can easily understand that for every element in codomain set, there exists at least one pre-image in domain set. Therefore, f is onto. So first one says that f is not 1. So first one says that f is not 1, second one says that f is onto. So from 1 and 2, as we can say that it is not bijective. When we say it is bijective, if it is both one function and onto function, then only we say the function is bijective function. In this exercise, another 3 problems are there. In next class, we are going to complete all those 3 problems. Dear friends, this relations and functions is little difficult to understand. First exercise is all about reflexive symmetric trans-to relation. That is also little complicated. Not very easily you cannot understand. Much practice is needed. Remember, practice makes man perfect. Okay, like that, this second exercise also is all about one function, onto function, bijective function. If you are not good in the definitions, if you didn't understand concept clearly, it is definitely difficult to. Many students, I observe that many students, they'll feel difficult to understand about this one function, onto function. How to overcome this problem? First, learn the definitions. Practice as many examples as possible. Patiently do first 5 problems. Slowly try to understand each and every point. Do not worry if few things you didn't understand. If you do first 5 problems with lots of patience, all your doubts will be cleared. Right? So remember, practice makes man perfect. You need to practice. Right? Thanks for watching this video. Have a great day. Bye-bye.